Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching News 9 Live. Now, it's still not over for Imran Khan. Although an Islamabad court had halted police's attempts to arrest Imran Khan in the Toshakhana case, the worst is not yet over. Now, this comes after over 24 hours of tensions as Khan's supporters clashed with the police officers who had reached his home to arrest him in a connection with a non-bailable warrant. Khan's residence in Lahore's Zaman Park so far has seen a calm before the storm. Imran Khan has claimed that the real intent of the Islamabad police, is not to arrest him, but to abduct and assassinate him. But first, let's listen in to what his lawyer had to say.
These arrest warrants are actually not warrants of arrest of somebody who is to be put in jail for some, already some conviction that has taken place or some sentencing that has been passed. These are warrants merely to ensure or procure the attendance of an accused person against whom no guilt has yet been established. In principle, yes, and that is what the court in Islamabad was saying, that resisting or defying the process of the law like this is actually defying the state and is actually defying the law and the orders of a court. The Lahore High Court has passed orders at least until 10 a.m. tomorrow for the police to stay clear of the residence of Mr. Imran Khan by a distance of 500 meters. And the use of tear gas and the use of water cannons and the use of live ammunition and the use of sticks to beat up peaceful demonstrators should also not take place.
Well, to speak more on this, joining me in the studio are my colleagues, Executive Editor, Strategic Affairs, Aditya Kaul, and Political Editor, Brijesh Pandey. Many thanks for joining me in the studio here. Aditya, we spoke about what transpired in that turmoil-like visuals that we saw from Zaman Park yesterday. So much has happened, but the arrest so far has not yet. What can you tell us about the developments? What all has transpired in the last half a day? There's a judge who's offering to halt these attempted arrest attempts. And on the other hand, what does one make of the statements that have been put by the lawyer of Imran Khan?
Well, things are boiling slowly. That's what I would say, that things are boiling slowly. And the ultimate aim of the coalition and the army is to disqualify Imran Khan, to somehow not just halt the situation in Pakistan, but halt Imran Khan from contesting the elections. Because just like what I said earlier, Imran Khan is in a very strong position right now. If elections are held today, he will be winning by a massive historic margin. And he has support not just domestically, but from abroad as well. That says two things. One, he has a huge base of campaigners, he has a huge base of voters, and he has a huge base of people who are going to support him financially. Be it abroad or domestically. So Imran Khan is not going anywhere. But if the army and the coalition government, the PDM government, are able to disqualify Imran Khan, this will not only be a repeat of history in Pakistan that has happened several times, but it will also weaken the army, the Pakistani army at that particular stage, because as of now, there are scenes of complete chaos on the streets of Pakistan. One doesn't know in which wind the entire scenario will be heading. But as of now, what we can tell you is that after the street fights and the slugfest that happened on the streets of Zaman Park, in Lahore, with the Islamabad police clashing with the PTI workers, now there's been a halt on this. Imran Khan has still not appeared before the court, and the court has again asked him to appear on the 18th of this month. And there is no relief that the Imran Khan or any of his supporters have got at this particular stage. Now, there are two things that can happen from here, Kabir. One is that Imran Khan has asked for elections to happen within 90 days. Will that happen or not? Will the election be delayed? Because the PDM is in no situation to fight the elections or corner Imran Khan. The second scenario is what Nawaz Sharif or others have faced in the past. And this is something, a revenge of sorts that Imran Khan will be facing, that they either arrest him, keep him under pressure for several days, and then somehow are able to send him out of the country, exile him. Will they be able to exile him? Will they be able to disqualify him completely? Because if that doesn't happen, and one knows that there are never free and fair elections in Pakistan, the only deciding factor in Pakistan is the top general who sits in GHQ, Rawalpindi, and he decides the fate of political leaders, be it in the opposition or in the ruling government.
All right, before we move on, let's quickly get an update from Pakistan as well. Joining us on the broadcast is Dr. Atif Sahi, who's a journalist from Islamabad. A warm welcome on the broadcast. Can you give us a sense of exactly what's panning out? What do you see happening around you and the politics that's taking shape in Islamabad as well?
Thank you very much. As you know, that Khan's counsel moved to the court and an Islamabad court today. They hear the case and they didn't stop the police to arrest Imran Khan, which they demanded. They given some options to their counsel that they can stop police from arresting Imran Khan if he surrenders before the law. But they demanded that there should be bailable arrest, but the judge, Zafar Iqbal, he refused to issue such bailable arrest warrants. Earlier, they moved to Lahore High Court as well, which stopped the police action in Zaman Park till 10 a.m. morning. But then they also advised Imran Khan's counsels to move to the Islamabad court, and they moved to Islamabad High Court. Then they directed to move to the trial court. So now the case is in trial court, but there is no such orders from the court yet that they can ask police not to arrest Imran Khan. So non-bailable warrants are still in act there, and but for the time being, the operation was suspended yesterday due to PSL matches and some other reasons. But still, situation is not clear, and chaos is still there.
I mean, it's quite interesting to see, Dr. Atif, that it took a cricket match to finally bail somebody like Imran Khan out from imminent arrest. On the other hand, you've got the judge who's saying Pakistan is a poor country. Let's not waste so much of money in just trying to arrest somebody. What do you think are the couple of options left for Imran Khan now? Is that undertaking going to happen? What are your sources telling you? What's the next couple of steps for Imran Khan?
Yes, yesterday there were leaked audio tape were also seen on some TV channels and some media outlets where President Arif Alvi, who belongs to the Imran Khan's party, he was discussing with the party leader Yasmin Rashid, and Yasmin Rashid was advising him that asked Khan to surrender because there can be some killings and situation can lead to suspension of elections. So there are some thinking in the party leadership as well that this is not the situation to resist more because the institutions, they all are against Imran Khan now, and this is not so astonishing as well because in his 4 years tenure, Imran Khan used to do all these tactics against his political opponents, PMLN, Mariam Nawaz, Nawaz Sharif, and through courts. And they alleged, the PMLN leader, they alleged that Imran Khan was doing all that with the support of judiciary. And at that time, Imran Khan used to say that he is just, he want to ensure the law. But now he is taken another position. He said, no, this is all conspiracy. This is not the judicial or legal action or something like that. So these are two contradicting statements. So the ground realities are that situation is not good, conducive for Imran Khan, and it is going against him, although he got much support from masses as well, but at some point maybe he has to surrender.
All right. Brijesh, there was an interesting quote on the Twitter feed coming from the PTI chief himself. I'd like to, know how you would navigate these lines per se. And he said, and I quote, the latest attack by Rangers pitting the largest political party against the army. This is what the PDM and the enemies of Pakistan want. No lessons learned from the East Pakistan tragedy.
Well, exactly. And, this is exactly what Aditya was referring to yesterday, that about how this dominance of Punjabi lobby and in the sphere of army or rest of the in running the country, and how the entire thing boiled out to East Pakistan and ceding away forming Bangladesh. This is exactly what they're trying to repeat, and it is very interesting to see that that I wouldn't call it round one, but I would say that the first few hours of round one has actually gone Imran Khan way, where he has the defiance of his supporters and his defiance of ensuring that that the police can't come and arrest him has definitely gone in his favor. And I think they have also, his detractors have also realized that if he actually go ahead and forcibly arrest Imran Khan, then it will make him much of a martyr. His stature as a leader will further rise, and it will all politically harm them. And I think this is the reason why this formula was brokered, where he was given time to arrest till 10. I think now what they want to do is that instead of using force or coercive action, they would want to build a solid legal case around him, giving him several rounds of options before they actually move for the kill. Kill in the sense that before they actually move in to arrest him. So it'll be interesting to see how it pans out, because the first deadline has expired, and if we haven't heard anything from the court as of now that like what they feel or what they have to say about the expiry of this first deadline. So I think one or two more deadlines will come, and then they will try to portray Imran Khan as someone who doesn't has faith in the judiciary or in the law of the country, and that is how I think they will navigate, because they would definitely not want to make Imran Khan a martyr.
All right. On the other hand, Aditya, because of the entire economic crisis and that, the Premier Shehbaz Sharif, he's come out and said that that default period, that snap elections for that default period, that is now over. We're comfortably in a situation where all parties will have to sit together and decide and deliberate about what particular course of action to be taken next on the economy front. Do you think this might end up being an extension of an olive branch to the PTI chief by the sitting premier?
Well, I don't really think so. Shehbaz Sharif and the coalition government might do whatever is possible to bring Imran Khan on the table, because the army is involved. There are several factors here. But one has to realize that Imran Khan is on an upper hand here. He has all the, strategic assets, politically speaking, with him. As of now, in the history, I will tell you, there have been several attempts in the past where the army and the government have not wanted an opposition leader or anybody else in power or to take control of things. And they have been able to exile him, or they've been able to arrest him or defame him completely. There is something very different here in the political, scenario. The difference is the defiance with which Imran Khan is challenging the Pakistan army. This hasn't happened before. And that is why, one may like Imran Khan, one may dislike Imran Khan, one may say that he's corrupt, one may, expose him. There have been sex tapes that have released against him. There are corruption charges. There is Toshakhana case and terrorism case as well that has been, either planted or slapped against him. Hundreds of FIRs already and arrest warrants as well. But Imran Khan is still defiant. He's there and he has a massive support base. And the Pakistan army realizes that Pakistan army was the one that had propped him up, that had pushed him up into power and supported him, be it financially, resource-wise or otherwise. In fact, in the previous elections when he was the Prime Minister, it was thanks to the Pakistan army completely and Bajwa. But this time the tables have turned completely. This time Imran Khan is challenging the might of the Pakistan army, which has never happened before. And I'll tell you, almost 2 decades ago, Imran Khan in a press conference had said that it was either in Pakistan or abroad, that Pakistan army cannot really run the country, and one may say be scared of them and one may be really defiant. But the question here is that if there are 20,000 supporters that actually encircle the Pakistan army, then the Pakistan army generals will wet their pants. This is what Imran Khan had said. And perhaps today, with less than 20,000 supporters outside Zaman Park, he has been able to prove that Pakistan army is not clear on their strategy. And as of now, as Brijesh said, that round one completely goes to Imran Khan. We'll have to wait and watch how the government is able to arrest him, corner him and disqualify him completely before the elections are held.
Absolutely. And Brijesh, at the same time, we don't necessarily know how, how many rounds are going to take place in this particular bout, which will dictate the kind of stamina that is going to be needed by the ruling coalition and the PTI chief as well.
I think, Kabir, one very interesting thing is also there, that had there not been an economic crisis, and and then this particular entire angle was being played out, I would be very skeptical of how far Imran Khan can go. But I think going by the fact that they are also heavily dependent on loans from IMF, from other countries, I think the army would also not go beyond a situation where the arrest of Imran Khan, which in any other day would have been a very easy thing to do, would become a big event, even bigger than the economic crisis the country is facing. So I think they would not want to go beyond a certain point, and Imran Khan knows this, and this is the reason why, as Aditya was saying, that his earlier theory that you get 2 lakh people on the ground and the armies would, the generals would wet their pant, and this is exactly what he's doing. He's basically testing the limits to which army can do, and that is is a very, very interesting phenomena which is being played out, because ever since its inception till date, army has been the key factor of whether you want to talk about foreign policy, the economics, or who gets to help the affairs as Prime Minister or the President of Pakistan as far as the history is concerned. So for the first time, the Pakistan army is facing a blowback, and Imran Khan is relishing round one is to him. But it'll be interesting to see how it pans out, because I think they will want to go slow, and they would not want a confrontation in which people lose their life, because then that very second the event becomes international. And you know, with on one hand you are with a begging bowl to various agencies and countries about, you know, how they should economically be stabilized and all. I think then those nations and IMF would want to extract their pound of flesh and would want to ensure that the army would ensure the status quo, and that is all you know, pluses as far as Imran Khan is concerned.
Absolutely, and the IMF has already you know, established their idea about how the government should make sure that there is more tax that is being collected from the common citizen in an already economically you know, stricken country. But also with us on the broadcast is of course our voice from Pakistan, Dr. Atif Sahi. What do you think, Doctor, are the next couple of steps that now the ruling coalition will have to take, because they've certainly been pushed back to the drawing board? They are now strategizing. All Twitter feeds are completely, it seems like social media and Twitter is the way Pakistan politics is panning out right now, and the game is actually being played on social media. What do you think the ruling coalition needs to do now?
Yes, I was listening to the discussion, and you know, there is polarization in Pakistani society. If there is a strong support base of Imran Khan, yet there are people who are very much against him as well. So it's not like that Imran Khan got so much overwhelming majority. It's not like that. But yes, he got popular support from masses as well. So the thing is, another point of view is that Imran Khan, the problem of Imran Khan is that he wants to get power in any case, and the struggle for getting power, he give it different names. Sometimes he used to say that it was a conspiracy by United States against him, and that is why he was removed. And you know, his supporters are blind supporters. Whatever stance he took, they believe that. First, he just asked to his supporters that it is all conspiracy by US. They accepted it. Later, he changed his stance and he said, no, it was ex-army chief who was conspired against him, and his supporters still believe that. So the problem is that he is now giving this movement as freedom movement, but actually he want to get power. So the thing is that it's not so simple it would be for Imran Khan, because winning election is not easy, will not be easy for Imran Khan, because if we go through the history of Pakistan, you know, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, he was very much popular, and from Punjab, his party took all over the country. And now the thing is, when he gone against the establishment, so now the ground reality is that in Punjab, his party, Pakistan People's Party, he cannot even win a single seat in Punjab. So it's right now he is popular, but you know, if we look at the history, that the leaders who took stance against establishment, with the passage of time, problems were aggravated against them. And now the thing is, currently, yes, it is difficult for current government, that economic crisis is there, and that is why establishment is not taking up front. They are not attacking the Imran Khan in the way they attacked the previous PMLN government. So the thing is, it's not something so astonishing that these things were done against PDM or PMLN when establishment was with Imran Khan. And at that time, the supporters of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, if anybody, any leader of PMLN used to speak against the establishment, they were labeled as traitor by PTI and by Imran Khan. But now the situation is reversed. Now they are criticizing the establishment.
Well, you know, Imran Khan has been blamed for putting other leaders inside the jail as well. And like Dr. Atif Sahi was talking about, the youth, the amount of youth that are blindly following Imran Khan. Only recently, another one of his rallies on Sunday, has been called off by the Lahore High Court. And it seems like the PTI is much faster in taking its next step than the ruling coalition. Let's not forget the months of Ramzan are right, upon the country, and already the prices of fuel have increased again, even when the Premier has already promised that there is going to be subsidized flour and fuel. This is certainly going to be pushing the inflation in the months of Ramzan. Do you think the months of Ramzan, Aditya, they're going to be heavily politicized as well?
Absolutely, there's no denying that. Nothing has stopped, political activity in Pakistan. And there are two things that are very clear. One, that the ruling government in Pakistan does not sit in Islamabad, it sits in GHQ Rawalpindi. And second, their entire policy, is not about economic upliftment, is not about political correctness, it's not about any good foreign policy. It is about India. It is about, how terrorism can be there, how they can compare themselves to India, and etc. Things have unfolded and changed in the last few years, but this time around, as I said earlier, that Imran Khan is not going to relent. There's something very different today. Imran Khan, in a very defiant mode, is challenging the might of the Pakistan army, which hasn't happened before. But another thing is very clear. What is imminent is that Imran Khan will be arrested. There's no question about it. There's no doubt about it. In the entire process, he might become a martyr. In the entire process, he might become the bigger leader, something that nobody else can control. But Nawaz Sharif, Shehbaz Sharif and Maryam, remember how Maryam's husband, how Shehbaz Sharif and how Nawaz Sharif were arrested, humiliated, and Nawaz Sharif finally was exiled as well. Now these are sins of the past that are going to repeat in Pakistan, and this is not the first time. This is a vicious circle that was triggered by the Pakistan army years and decades ago, and this is something that is bound to happen. Now when will it happen, how will it happen, how will the public react, and will this lead to further violence and clashes, is something that the judiciary, the political establishment and the GHQ Rawalpindi will have to handle. And in the entire process, as I analyzed earlier, Pakistan army will be further weakened, because any time an army interferes in the democratic process or does not allow free and fair elections, then certainly it is going to completely be doomed. We saw what happened in East Pakistan. There are further rebellious movements that are building in Pakistan, and as of now their relations with several countries are severely disturbing. No country is willing to economically help them or give them a bailout package. So things are going to be very difficult for Pakistan in the coming days, economically, politically, and the security scenario is only going to worsen further.
Well, what evades me, and Brijesh, I'd like you to come in on this. What evades me is that how a politician's political conscience can just suddenly just go to bed, can completely die, simmer off, when you know the kind of youth that is blindly following you. Do you think the pressure, the responsibility for a person and a politician like Imran Khan in Pakistan's geopolitical scenario, do you think it bothers him at all?
Well, I would like to say that, usually conscience and politics doesn't go hand in hand. And, power, getting to power and making sure that you stay in power requires another level of brutal assessment of the situation, which to normal people, and other people like you and me, we would balk at the sheer absurdity of it. They just accept it with an elan which is puzzling, and I don't think that anything is going to bother Imran Khan. I think you'd be very happy to see that the youth are actually supporting him in a big way, because the way the entire scenario is being folded in the last 4-5 days, week's time, it all must have been music to Imran Khan's ear, and it would be a wonderful sight for him to see that how his supporters are fighting a pitched battle. Given the economic crisis, the army is not able to do things beyond a point. They are not able to push it beyond a point the way they would have had in a normal situation, and this all would be very, very happy. Imran Khan would be very happy with the outcome of his, the constant harping of London plan about disgraced Nawaz Sharif and how his brother is trying to pin Imran Khan. It is helping Imran Khan more than it is harming him, and I think Imran Khan right now as we speak is in a win-win situation, and this is the reason why I think there's been a calibration about as far as the deployment of Pakistan, Islamabad police and also army to ensure that if there are violent clashes, if anybody dies, it will all help Imran Khan build a stronger narrative against the army, against Nawaz Sharif.
Absolutely, and what a weird catch-22 predicament to be in. It's a win-win situation, but in the long run, it just seems to be hurting Imran Khan's own position. Final comments from you, Aditya, before we wrap this.
But in the long run, Kabir, we all dead. So as the famous saying goes, so they're just playing the short-term game to make sure that they're in power. Please,
well,
Aditya.
in the short term, then Aditya, what do you think is going to happen? How many, bouts of this round that we've, clarified that round one has definitely gone to Imran Khan. How many more rounds are you expecting before this finally boils down?
Well, this is just a beginning. The film hasn't even begun yet. So I would say that there are several rounds left, and there is an exciting, entertaining, series that is planned out in the next many months, because elections are perhaps 90 days from now. But whether the ruling government will allow elections is something that has to be seen, because their fate would be sealed if free and fair elections happen. And we'll have to also watch how and which side Pakistan Army is going to decide the fate of Imran Khan.
Well, you know what they say, gentlemen, Pakistani soaps are worth watching, and we've got one playing out right in front of us, the script for which I don't think anybody knows at this point in time, maybe not even Imran Khan. But we'll have to wait and watch as to how many rounds of this political boxing match is going to take place. Round one definitely goes to Imran Khan, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And let's wait and watch how things pan out. Let's not forget, Ramzan is right around the corner. Inflation is soaring. What next for the Premier of Pakistan, Shehbaz Sharif, and what next for the deposed and former Prime Minister Imran Khan in the days to come? We're going to continue to track those developments. Slipping into a quick commercial break here. Lots more coming right on the other side. Don't go anywhere.